There is
Oh,
no social
Mr.
security,
Oh,
there is no Medicare, Medicaid system.
Really? Really?
So, what happens is, unlike the Western countries, people have to pay from their own pockets.
Really?
And that is the reason affordability becomes a factor.
Now I'm going to ask you a question.
I can tell you as a
No, I'm going to ask you a question. Since a lot of you are trying to confound the issue, sir. Sir, you are trying to confound the issue. You are trying to.
No, you've properly packaged.
Can I butt in here?
All patients can be treated.
Sir, you are trying to confound the issue.
There are schemes to treat.
Sir, let me tell you. Sir, let me tell you. You people.
No, it is very fashionable to say affordability.
No, I'm not saying anything fashionable. I'm saying
Bangalore real estate, Mumbai's real estate is one of the largest, more than Manhattan.
Oh, great.
But to say,
so by your logic,
think of who deserves. For them you have to pay.
Sure. So by your logic, I'm sorry, but if you're homeless in Mumbai, you're homeless in Mumbai. Similarly, if you have to die untreated, you have to die.
Homeless in Mumbai will take care. They will take care. But if you have a large apartment in Mumbai, you pay yourself damn well. You pay it.
Mr. Doctor,
you should pay.
Dr. Ajay Kumar, I don't know who's getting emotional in this argument today. I don't know.
This cannot be low cost for everyone.
Sure. So I'll ask you.
India is one of the cheapest healthcare provider in the world.
Yeah. So I'll ask you one.
Cheaper than Africa for your information.
Sure. And I'll ask you one question. Prabhuda Ganguly, 1 second. The question is to Ajay Kumar because he's getting very worked up in the debate. Tell me, Dr. B.S. Ajay Kumar. Now you know what this means. No, you know what you're saying. You go and say in the streets of New York tomorrow, right, that I will make a cancer drug available at 10 times the per capita income of the average New Yorker. Okay? That if an average New Yorker has cancer, I will make the drug available to you at 10 times your per capita income. Right? And too bad if you can't afford it. I can assure you, one second, don't criticize the system, be realistic. You're an Indian, sir. Would the government of America be able to insure Americans if the cost of a cancer drug was 10 times their per capita income? That is exactly the purchasing power parity terms that I'm describing.
First of all,
it's astonishing.
Apples to apple.
It is apples to apples.
Apples to apple because America covers majority of
I am saying apples to apples. Human beings in New York and human beings in Mumbai.
India has failed. The government has failed to cover these people.
Don't blame the government.
The blame on innovators, whereas the government is at fault. You should take the government to task. Why have you improved your per capita income?
Sir,
why have you not? Why have you squandered the national wealth? You should ask them. Not going after the innovators who are long term will be beneficial for the cancer patients.
Really? Well, I asked you a question and you didn't answer. Yes, Dr. Ganguly. Dr. Ganguly is coming in. After that, I'm getting the other side.
What I'm trying to make is very simple. The point that I'm trying to make is pricing and other pricing models should depend on the policy of the country, the policy that the government would make. So I'm coming in from the point of view that if there are, new drugs, new treatments, new systems are to be developed, there has to be innovation. You cannot kill the goose that lays the egg. And the point is that if you start doing it in this manner, you're simply going to kill all the hens and the geese.
Sir, I'm sorry.
My point is...
Sir, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry.
The law and other laws in the country...
Dr. Ganguly...
have a balancing
Dr. Ganguly, what are you saying?
Innovations will be done.
Dr. Ganguly... you are saying here today...
What I'm saying is...
You are saying here today, what you are saying tomorrow is simply this. I'm sorry, I'm not generalizing. What you are saying tomorrow is that for the rich people of India and for the rich people of the world, it will be a society in which drugs will be available at a price directed and driven only by market economics. And we don't, 1 minute, we don't pretty much care.
I didn't say that.
We don't care.
No, that's not the point.
But that is the only point. That's why we are debating this today.
At all. If you look at if you look at the pricing policy in the country.
So what pricing policy, sir? So what pricing policy? Dr. Ganguly, this is the health sector. It can't have only a profit motive. India provides generic medicines which are a lifesaver for millions of people in poor countries that don't have the financial capability to foot bills of Western drugs for cancer, malaria or HIV.
But please
you are saying let all the people die?
No, please understand that, hang on. No company in the world, whether an Indian company or a foreign company, will innovate or make things which are not made applicable or
Dr. Ganguly, tell me today. Dr. Ganguly, tell me today, India is already behind in research and development, and our people are also poorer. Does that mean... One minute, Dr. Ganguly. Don't be impatient to respond, Dr. Ganguly. Listen to my question. We are poor and our research, our development is also behind. We have a large and teeming population of poor people. You are saying that unfortunate mix of circumstances for you Indians. Unfortunate for you. But we can't help it. You'll have to suffer.
Well,
this is market economics.
I don't agree with that. If you see a person on the road not wearing clothes, you don't blame the textile
industry. Sir, I'm asking you today. I want you to address all the cancer patients whose life would have been affected. Today, if you'd been sitting here in this chair, I want you to address all those who may have cancer patients, their loved ones at home, unable to bear the cost.
Why don't you...
One second, please. I bring this down to basics. I'm asking you, what would you have told them?
I'm telling you...
What would you have told them? Take a loan, go to a bank, sell your house?
I'm telling you the basic.
Be financially crippled in your last and dying days?
I'm telling you the basic. Novartis has provided 95% of the drug free. Now, who else is going to foot the bill? Why don't you put the onus on the government to provide a safety net?
I put the onus on the government. I'm saying the government ought to do something. But how many poor children do you see on the streets of India begging who should be going to school? We are not a social welfare society. Please don't forget, sir, we are not Scandinavia.
Yes, but Novartis has done its part.
We are not Scandinavia.
But Novartis has done its part. Why are you blaming Novartis for this?
I am saying we are not Scandinavia.
I mean, if a person cannot afford medicine, you cannot blame a pharmaceutical company.
If a person cannot afford medicines, you cannot blame a pharma company. But if a person cannot afford medicines because a private company in the West has to make money,
then you need to change the funding pattern of our research.
Sir, that's a long term.
Funding,
and in the interim, yes. Indians can die.
No, it is not.
In the interim, poor Indians can die.
We need to discuss what is the alternate mechanism to provide access.
Anand Grover is responding. Anand Grover, please. Lawyer for the Cancer Patients AIDS Association. Last word tonight.
Let us take up this bogey. Let us take up this bogey of innovation. The industry claims that they actually spent $2 billion on a new blockbuster product. Now, there are studies done by government included, US government. First study was done by a Congressional Budget Office which said it's only $200 million. There was another study which put it to $100 million. The latest study shows that they are only spending about $50 million. But they have claimed $200 billion. Books are not opened. Nobody knows how much money they're spending. There are estimates which show only $50 million now. But on $50 million or even $400 million, they make $1 billion per year. So they recoup their profit. This is from the Novartis' own website, own data. So Prabhuda Ganguly, you may not want to agree with it, but that's a fact. Perhaps you have some liking for Novartis making a lot of money. But please understand this is from their own data and they have not challenged it. In the court, this is what we put, they did not challenge it. So they do not spend money on innovation as they claim. Otherwise their books of account should be open, but they don't want that. And 80% of the so-called money they spend is on sales. Please understand that. Don't make profits for profit's sake. One. The second point about today's case is that new forms of known substances should not be...
Okay, one sec. Prabhuda Ganguly, finally, yes, Prabhuda Ganguly comes in. Prabhuda Ganguly.
Should be patented.
Prabhuda Ganguly is responding to you, please. Let him respond.
New forms cannot be patented. That is the point.
I think the judgment, I think you're wrong. I think the judgment which has come in...
I think you're wrong. Please read the judgment. I appealed in
narrow interpretation.
No, but that's your view. You can have a view which is wrong.
I've read the judgment.
There's no difficulty about that.
What I'm saying, I don't agree with it.
No, I've read it.
What I'm saying.
But you may not agree with it. That's your problem. That's your problem. That is your problem because it is not to your liking. But it's not to your liking. What can we do about it?
The interpretation that has been given. No. I'm just saying what I'm saying Either the interpretation
Yeah,
of
but
the
that is
word
the interpretation which is
efficacy
correct now.
and
That is the
properties
law of
with
the
regard
land.
to
Gentlemen,
efficacy.
gentlemen, whichever way we look at it, there's only one thing I want to
No,
say.
no,
We are
I
not.
understand,
No, gentlemen,
but
one thing.
the
Today's
interpretation-
judgment of the Supreme Court of India is a lifeline for thousands of cancer patients.
It is.
Today, for a lot of people who are worried, will we be able to afford medicines if the foreign companies try and push their patent monopolies on our country? I cannot tell you, sir, how many people would be relieved today. How many people would be? That's not an
Why are you
emotive
talking
issue.
about
It's
for
a real issue.
Any patentee will
It's
push
a
the
real issue.
monopoly.
For want of
Patent
time, I'm
system is
wrapping
built
up
for
the
monopoly.
debate, gentlemen. I promise to pick this up once again
Thank you.
on the News Hour tonight.